Hi, Senso. Oh no, you don't have enough water. Inside of this unmarked box is a little tiny robot called Senso, which is supposed to be a Tamagotchi-like little robot for your plants. Basically, it helps you to grow them, lets you know how much more sun they need, watering, that type of thing. And they do all of that by gamifying it, by making it a Tamagotchi-like little character. When I heard about this, I knew I had to try it out here on the channel, so let's find out if it's any good or not. So this is the box that it came in. However, usually for this little segment, I usually go, this is the box it came in, and then I snap my fingers and all of the stuff is out on the shelf. However, this is not the final box that it's gonna be shipped in. Again, like a lot of the items I've been doing lately, this is another project that is still in its beta version, but this is the box that I got it in. So this is everything that mine came with. It came with a bunch of different little sensor prong things that I guess we're just going to attach onto the bottom of this like this and then stick it into our plant. I think that's probably how it's gonna work. But now we need to figure out how to set this up. So let's do that. All right, so before I get into everything, I do wanna be upfront with you guys because what I have here is an engineering prototype. The final product is currently live on Kickstarter. What you're going to see in this video is a combination of my own hands-on time with the hardware plus some app footage that the Solid Tech who made this actually sent over to me. But so far, even at the prototype stage, this thing is really cool. So let me show you what it does. Physically, the sensor prongs go straight into the soil, and then the main Senso unit, the one with the little screen on it, snaps onto the prongs magnetically. You click it, and that's it. Once it's in the soil, the little pixel creature on the screen wakes up. There's an animation where the character kind of stretches and comes to life, and from that point on, it's reacting to your plant's conditions in real time.
You pull it sharply up out of the pot.
Whatever your plant is experiencing, this little guy is experiencing it alongside it. So what is it actually tracking though? Well, it's monitoring soil moisture, light intensity, ambient temperature, and nutrient levels. And it does all of this at the same time, 24/7. And the moisture check specifically runs 900 times per second. So this is not a, is it wet or dry, I'm gonna monitor it type of thing, but it's rather a robot paying extremely close attention to what your plant needs at all times.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolyte.
And when your plant needs something, like the light is too low, the moisture is dropping, or maybe the temperature is off, the character reacts on screen and you also get a push notification on your phone. Now, the app is what makes this thing even more special. Now, in the app, it pulls in all the live sensor data and gives you a full breakdown of everything. But beyond just showing numbers, the AI in the app can take a photo of your plant, identify the species, and scan for potential diseases. So if something looks off, like weird spots or yellowing leaves, you just point your phone at it and it tells you what's going on. You can also talk to it. With its voice interaction feature, you can ask it a question out loud and it responds like a plant expert pulling from your live sensor data, all based on what your plant is actually doing in that moment. Now, the gamification is where the Tamagotchi comparison comes in. The character on the screen is directly tied to your plant's health. Your complete daily and weekly green quests, which are tasks based on what your specific plant needs right now, which is how you earn rewards and unlock new characters. Now, there's also a storyline where taking care of your plant helps restore the character's home planet. So if your plants are doing good, your character's doing good. Additionally, you can manage multiple plants in the app, each with its own profile, care history, and get personalized recommendations for each. And smart home integrations like Home Assistant, Homey, IFTT, etc., all are on the roadmap for things that they'll be adding in later. So that's pretty dope.
What we've learned today is that plants are cool and bare soil is not.
All right, so here we have the Pilia, otherwise known as the Chinese money plant, and this is going to be the plant that I'm gonna use of mine to test out the Plant Senso. But to be honest, when I water this each week, I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I just throw some water on it and hope that it grows, and I haven't actually seen that much growth from it since I put it in here a few months ago, so hopefully Plant Senso will change that. First, we'll put the prongs into the soil. Now you want them deep enough to actually hit the root zone, and then the Senso clicks right on. And there it is. Our new little friend just woke up and is already reacting. I can see see it's already picking up readings. And from what I can see, the moisture level is telling me this thing probably needs more water than I've been actually giving it. Which makes sense. My bad, Pilia. Now for the app portion, I'm gonna hand it off to the footage Solidtech sent me so you can see what the full experience looks like when you actually get one of these things. Here you can see the live sensor dashboard, the plant profile, and the photo scan identifying the plant and checking for diseases. And then the voice interaction where you can literally just ask it questions and it will pull from the sensor data to give you a specific answer. I can tell you the build quality feels pretty good, and the screen on the little Senso unit is bright and clear. All right, so here are my thoughts on the Plant Senso after actually using it. I feel like there are a lot of plant sensors in the market, and while I have seen a ton of them at CES 2026 and elsewhere, this one works pretty darn good. The gamification makes the plant sensor pretty fun, and the data it gives as feedback is also pretty useful. Setup is also super simple. You put the prongs in the soil, you connect, and you open the app. Now, battery life is said to be 21 days on a single charge, and it hasn't died on me yet. But apparently it charges in about 2 hours via USB-C, which is all pretty good for something that is running sensors 24/7. But having said that, this is a Kickstarter product, and some of the features, including the smart home integrations, are still roadmap items. So you're backing the vision as much as the current product. That's just always something to factor in with crowdfunding. In my personal opinion though, if you are someone who loves plants but keeps killing them because life just gets busy and you forget, like me, this thing gives you a reason to remember what your plant needs without you having to already know what you're doing. And if you're just a tech person, also like me, who thinks a Tamagotchi living in a plant pot sounds awesome, then this is probably for you. Lastly, from what I've read on their site, this robot is not here to track your data. Its main goal is to simply help you take care of your plant in a fun way, and also would make a cool gift for your mom, your significant other, or your kids if you're a parent. Kickstarter link is down in the description below, so go check that out, and if you've got questions about Plant Senso, drop them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can, and shout out to Plant Senso for letting me try this thing out. If you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know I love Tamagotchis from the 90s, so obviously I was pumped to cover the Plant Senso. Now with all that being said, I'm gonna throw a video right up here of something the YouTube algorithm thinks that you're gonna be super interested in that I've made in the past. I'm Eric, this is Eric's Tech World, where tech and adventure meet. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, nerds.